I'm Lauren from Broadway World Raleigh, and I'm sitting with the lovely, talented Yolanda Rabun. So we're talking a minute ago, take two. We're talking about living life on purpose. And what does that mean for you?
So living life on purpose means taking all the gifts I feel I've been blessed with and using them to connect to people and to connect people to each other. And one example is I love to sing. And so I love to try and find stories and songs to allow the connection to occur, even if it doesn't relate to me. And I'm also a lawyer. And I love to find solutions for clients so they can help other people get what they want to get in life. So it all works together.
So speaking of being a lawyer, when you look at your website, it says singer, songwriter, performer, speaker, lawyer.
Yes.
There are lots of lawyers in my family who don't have a singing bone in their body. So did you always want to be a singer and went to law school because it was a backup plan, or did you just always want to be a lawyer and singing was kind of a hobby that just took off?
So I always wanted to be a lawyer, and I've always been a singer. And I think this goes back to the whole point of living life on purpose. I think that when we limit ourselves and do one thing versus the other, then we kind of, we miss the point of why we're here in life. And I know a lot of lawyers who are actually very creative. They don't sing, but they may play an instrument, or they may act and do other things. And so mine came together. I used to talk a lot when I was, I talk a lot now, but I used to talk a lot when I was young. I had this nickname, Motor Mouth, and people would always say, you're gonna be a lawyer. So I think people actually plant in your mind when you're young the possibilities, and that's really important. So you have to be very careful about what you say to children. But I took it and I thought, yeah, I could do that. And I became a lawyer.
And you became a lawyer.
Yeah.
Over the summer, Raleigh audiences got to fall in love with you as Medda Larkin at North Carolina Theater's production of Newsies. You're actually nominated for a Broadway World Award, so if you love the performance, go out there and vote. But also over the summer, you had the chance to sing a tribute to Nina Simone at her childhood home on her porch. Talk to me about that and how she may have informed who you became as a performer.
So when I first got the call, I wasn't sure what it was about. It was pretty secret. I knew it was related to Nina Simone, and Nina Simone is one of my idols. And I think primarily because she was so different. She had this voice that was masculine and yet feminine at the same time. And when I first heard her first song was The Four Women, I actually saw these four women in my head. And I wanted to be able to perform a song like she did. So she became my idol in learning how to tell stories through songs. And so I got the call, and they asked me about my favorite songs. I thought about what they would be. And then as time progressed, they said, you're going to be at her home. And I thought, are you serious? And then when we got there, when we drove up, it was surreal. It was surreal. A lot of the things that were there when she was there were still, very well kept. The piano, the music, it was surreal. And I really felt like a magical connection, if you will, just being able to be in the space where she might have walked and give honor to her.
Anybody from her family that was there that got to hear you sing?
As a matter of fact, her youngest sister was there, and I saw this woman. I didn't know who she was at the time, and she kind of like gave me this eye contact, like, I know you, and I was thinking, sure you do. But I was trying to be funny because, people do that from time to time, and when she came up to me and touched me, and she was like, my sister would love you, and I was like, Nina Simone. I think, I've been blessed over the years to actually meet a lot of her other siblings. I met her brother as well when I did a one-woman show a couple of years ago, and I get the same response that I am channeling, if you will, Nina Simone when I'm able to sing her songs, and that is a blessing. And that affirmation from her family is gosh, it's the best you can ever get. So.
And who are some of your other musical influences?
So I love Nancy Wilson, and I love Gladys Knight. And I have, over the years, started to really listen to a lot of the different female artists, because I think that, we all kind of bring a new twist, if you will, to a song. And so the legendary, Ella Fitzgerald, Sarah Vaughan, those folks will always be my foundation. But I think I'm into, listening to other people and seeing what they bring to the table.
And you've done so many things, from recording to songwriting to concerts to theater. Is there a favorite?
It depends on what day of the week it is. But I'll be honest, I am starting to get more into songwriting because I think that it is going to open up a larger window to my soul and to kind of what I feel when I'm singing. Like, I sing now, and I get really good feedback on being able to interpret songs. But I feel like if I start writing, and I have written before on all of my albums, but if I start writing even more, I may be able to get more of that purposeful living that I'm talking about out by connecting people with things that need to be heard from me.
And one of your albums, you've got 4 albums out, a lot of which have gotten wonderful reviews from Billboard, Jazz, and publications. But your second album was called Christmas Time,
Yes.
kind of your Yuletide offering, your
Yes.
Yuletide album. What does Christmas time mean to you and your family, and do you have a favorite holiday song?
So Christmas time means for me bright lights and love, happiness. It means overcoming struggles, because through all of I don't know what it is, but through the music, you kind of find love. You find joy. You find happiness. And that's why I think it's so important during the season to sing and to give music back, because it brings hope. And so Christmas Time is like one of my favorite albums, as a matter of fact, just because we recorded it rather quickly, because it was all in me. That was that whole idea of writing songs that are in you. Well, these Christmas songs have been in me. And from that album, Children Go Where I Send Thee is one of my favorites, because it's an old-time spiritual that anyone can learn, whether you're 2 years old to 99, white, black, Asian, it doesn't matter. It's one of those songs everyone picks up on and sings. And it's happened for me almost every concert where we do this song and people love it. So, but again, it just brings happiness. It brings joy.
And speaking of Christmas songs, Christmas concert, you're performing in the Theatre Raleigh production concert of Oh What a Holy Night.
Yes.
So what can audiences expect to hear? It's not just you, it's a whole slew of performers.
Yeah, but when I tell you, it's not just me. The people who are with me, they are so fantastic. I'm not kidding. Like, vocally, powerhouse, right? And it's every single person. Everyone is so talented, and we move a bit, and gosh, Oh What a Holy Night is one of those productions, or one of those concerts, I should say, that if you miss this, you've missed life. I'm not kidding. And people tell me that I can be so dramatic and over exaggerate, but I can tell you, when I walked into the rehearsal, I had this standard, this level of excellence that you always want, and I just sat back and said, wow. And I think that's what audiences are going to get when they hear the music, and it is a diverse collection of music. So it's you have your ballads, you have your up tempo, but you have your really traditional music, as well as the non-traditional, and you have singers that are going to deliver and gosh, just make you happy, make you want to cheer, make you want to go out and give that cheer to someone else. And that is what Christmas is about.